One step closer to clear, guys. One step closer. Welcome back. I know it's been a couple days. I was waiting for these decals to come in. I did mess up the pair that I ended up getting, so I had to get a few more pairs just in case I ended up messing these up. But these came out really awesome. They are nice and straight and very, very clean. So we still need to clear those. I don't know if I mentioned that already. That clearing process is not going to happen today. It's way too cold and wet outside, and I don't want to paint inside the garage. Instead, we are going to get into prepping the car to receive those calipers and those brackets. So we have to get the car up in the air. We do have to raise the car about a ½ inch all around, so I'll just time lapse that stuff. We will get into wheel setup or wheel specs. I am going to be running these wheels. These are a 15 by 6.5 plus 40 offset. I do need to space those out. I have those spacers right there. So we're gonna go ahead, get into all that stuff. Yes, I do have instructions. Hey, listen, it's good to reference these things once in a while, right? So let's go ahead and get the car up in the air. And I'm sorry I can't clear these today, but there's plenty more to do. So stay tuned. Let me get you guys. So here it is with the wheels off, guys. This is what we're gonna be replacing. This is our 1990 EX front spindle, front knuckle setup that we're gonna be using the Hone kits for. If you do not have this setup, Hone does offer a 9.5-inch variant for, I believe, DX models and all that. 1990 EX, 92 to 95 SI or whatever it is, EX Civic, and so on and so on. Integra uses basically the same front setup. So you can run that 10.5 or 10.2-inch kit like we're gonna be running. So it's pretty straightforward, guys. Brake line's held on by 2 10s onto the front knuckle here. The caliper bolts to the bracket here. These 2 12s. We're not gonna be taking those off. We're gonna be focusing on these 17s here. And then we're just gonna suspend the setup, mock everything up, get the bracket kit on, put on the rotors, and just leave everything kind of half done while we wait for those calipers to cure. But I just wanted to show you guys what it is that you are going to be taking off if you are not familiar with doing this on your own. Again, if you have any questions, just drop a comment down there. I'll try my best to give you some information or pass along whatever information I have regarding this setup and how to do it. We also need to raise the car. It's going to be a lot of time-lapse stuff because, as always, time is short. So stay tuned and let me set you guys up. So here it is, one side is done and ready to receive the caliper. Everything lines up nice. I did not test fit the wheels because the old caliper is still attached, as you can see. I did mark them just in the future to give them a look and see if they break loose, but you know, hopefully they do not. Here's everything I used to get this job done. I just wanted to go over it with you guys before I jump in and do the driver's side. You need your torque wrench. That's going to be set at 80 pounds and then 63 foot-pounds for the caliper mounting bolts to the bracket. Impact if you got it. Your BFH is very important. Some Scotch-Brite, you know, this is optional. This is optional too, but hey, listen, when you're doing brakes, you want to make sure that things aren't going to go anywhere or break loose. So that's always good to have. 17 open-end wrench, 18 open-end wrench, a 10, 17 swivel. If this was handy just to get the stock caliper bracket off. If not, you can use this. Regular 17 just in case, and then a 19 to take your lug nuts and whatever else you got to do. So that's it. I just wanted to go over it with you guys real quick before we jump into the other side again. Here we go. These 2 10s come off. That holds the brake line, and the other side is attached to the strut. You can leave that as is and just kind of move that to the side. If we were installing the caliper today, definitely you would have to take off this banjo bolt. That's your fluid into the caliper itself. We do have an adapter that comes with the kit, so we have to go ahead and switch that over when that time comes. In our case, we'll remove this spacer, exposing those Phillips head screws, knock those off with the impact screwdriver, and then the two 17s, same as the other side. There's one here, and then there is one right down. Let me see if you can see that. Hopefully you guys can see that. There's one right there. So you go ahead, take those off, pull the rotor off, pull the caliper off, set it to the side, and then that's it. We do exactly what we did on the other side. So here's our bracket, guys. This is how it's gonna attach to the knuckle. Flat side against the knuckle, and then the head of the bolt is gonna go on the inside. If I can just get that lined up for you. That's gonna go in there. Hit that with that eccentric nut and a little bit of Loctite just because, and then that's it. Easy as that.